Okay, May 8th, and I think I'm done. All of the rivets are in, and the screws down here. I had to kind of squeeze up down here to get the right kind of coverage on that plank. The next plank will be about the same width. I've got 5 screws on each end, and then there's nails, like I said, going into the frame here that are silicon bronze ring shank nails that I've pre-drilled and driven in. And my experiment with using the palm nailer was a little scary. I did wind up splitting a couple of pieces of wood on the inside, but it's more cosmetic damage than anything from what I can tell. And it's not the kind of thing that I can't take some, wood filler and just squeeze it in, sand it over and everything like that, and it'll probably be good in the end. I've checked it. We put enough pressure. I just let the hammer hit like twice on the back side. And initially I had it, unfortunately I had the compressor set too high. That's what I believe caused the split. I dropped it, I had it 120 PSI, which is way too high. And then, so I dropped it down to 80. And that seemed to do the job. I mean, at least to get a couple of hits. My plan is that probably once I get the boat flipped and I can work on the inside, I'll probably be able to use the ball peen and round it off, because right now it's just more flattened off. And I have always been worried a little bit, even when you use the ball peen hammer, it leaves kind of a scratchy edge on the inside. And I suppose that's pretty natural. I just can't imagine that I'm the only one that happened to. But so now, I think before I start on the next plank, I have the boards cut to be able to glue them together. And we've got a nice weekend coming up. I'm supposed to be 78 degrees here today, and so it's a good time for epoxy work. So I'm going to plug all of these holes here that I've got today on the back side of the garboard plank all the way down the stems, and get that taken care of and fill in little glitches here and there and do some cosmetics, and then lay up that's just for the rest of the day today. I can get that going and let it be curing overnight, and then start laying out the lower broad for the starboard side. And hopefully the lessons I've learned on this side will go a long way toward helping me with an easier installation on that side. Trying to fuss with the bevels, like I said earlier, you know, it's really been a challenge. I think I've got probably almost a month since I started this plank, putting it together, gluing it up, sanding it down and lining it out, doing the spiling and everything like that, getting everything right, redoing the bevels because it didn't come out right, and going through all of that, the trials and errors. Fortunately, the scarf joints I think are good on both ends, and so I think I'm getting the scarf joint process down pretty good. I've just rough planed the ends of the planks, just so that when the next plank comes on the stem there, it won't bump into the remnants of the one I just installed. So that's about it. I mean, I guess I don't have much more to go on here, and I'll probably the next video I think I'm going to do is, because I mean everybody's seen the bits about how I clamp and put the planks together and do that part. I'm not going to repeat the videos on that, and but once I get the other broad put on, I'll just give you an update. Hopefully that's less than a month from now. I'm hoping it's more like 2 weeks or less. So and then we'll start working down, and I'm thinking it's going to go a little bit easier toward you get to to the end. The bevels seem to be matching up okay, and I've had to scrape a little bit of the Sikaflex out in certain spots, but you know, cosmetically I think it's looking reasonable. So onward and upward.